Don't try this at home, guys. Fan's gonna have to go. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm just kind of messing around, see if I can't fix this helmet that I messed up on. Maybe I can bring it back. If not, I'll just sand it down and redo it. I noticed I got a little airbrush. Fans are blowing right in my face, guys, so it's hotter than a booger bear here. You can see all the imperfections in through here. I'm just going to take some black and kind of see what I can do here. See if you can all see what I'm doing here. And you should be able to see a face right in here. I had a stencil earlier that I was using. Yeah, I know there's no helmet laws, but I think everybody should wear one. That's just my opinion. Thanks, appreciate it. Got a lot of compliments on it today. Fan's kicking my butt. It's not that hard, H&H, and you can get on Amazon and find the stencils and things, and basically, you know, all you really need to know on some of the stuff is when you push down, this is your air. When you push down, that's your air. When you pull back, depending on how far, that will adjust how much comes out. And then you can also, with this little needle, if you want a wider stream or whatever, you just kind of mess with this little needle. And the best way I can tell you, and I've watched a lot of the YouTube videos, they'll tell you the same thing, is get you a piece of glass or a piece of paper, put it up, and just practice making lines and circles. Yeah, for I think you can get these on eBay or Amazon for $15–20. Don't go out and buy a high dollar one. It's, you know, the little ones, you know, until you get good at it. I don't know, it looks like I got something all over my face, but really it's not. I don't know if it's just shadows in here, but I don't know if you all can see it, but I bet you have. Yeah, I've had some high dollar brushes and some you know, cheap ones, and you know, it just all depends on what you want to do with them. But you can do some cool things too. I tell anybody, if I can do it, anybody can. Yeah, green is my color. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to try to make these skull eyes a little red. I don't know if it's a gift or what it is. The bad thing of it is, I like the smell of this stuff. This is the brand that I got. It's from, right there is the part number, HD130. But if you don't have the whole setup and stuff, you can get it. Night, guys. Kind of cheating with my stencil. I'm just using this part. I didn't mean to bore everybody. No, not really. You can go to like, I don't know if you can see that one. House of Colors is another good one. I like both of these. This, you know, you can buy it already pre-mixed, and same way with the House of Colors. This bottle here costs as much as this bottle. So why would I pay $20 for this when I can get, you know, a bigger bottle? And you know, they both come out of this gun the same. And then sometimes I use my Hydro Dip paint when I get close to the paint, like that one I just this one here was white, and it was getting, you know, it was almost empty. So I save all my House of Color bottles and things and just pour it in here because it's so much easier to squirt it in there, and you can get, you know, the right amount. You got your little cap for it. And I usually leave a little ball in there. Sometimes, like with my white, you got to clean these out real good, but I didn't. I want a little lighter tint or whatever, so it'll probably mix with that purple metallic I had the other day, but it'll make it a kind of like a white metallic. I mean, it won't, I don't know if I can get it out where you guys can see. Yeah, it's just got a little tint to it. I don't know if you can see it. But mine's just, you know, I may not be doing it right, guys. You know, mine's trial and error, and from learning, you know, just jumping in there and doing it. So hopefully I won't lead you astray. And I'm sure there's a lot more people out there that's better at this than I am. Oh, that sucks, Colton. I could draw my hands. Does that count? Like I said, guys, if I can do it, anybody can. It's just years and years of practice. I'm gonna spray you. Got June bugs jumping in on me. That little bastard bit me. Or whatever the hell they do. Well, I'm cheating, guys. I've got stencils. And I've got a lot of them. And some of them I've made myself. Like this one. These, that's for like ocean or water, whatever you want to do. Do some of your flames and things. And then I made this one, and this is the pattern. I was just kind of playing around, messing with it. I don't know if you can see, but I was trying to do flames. And it's kind of messed up, but that was one of my first. I've had this folder for quite a while. But these stencils are not cheap, guys. And then I've bought some. I wish I'd go in more detail for y'all, but oh heck, I can cook. Heck yeah, I can cook. And jalapeno poppers, I make the best jalapeno poppers. I've made some to where I had a neighbor that he said he'd never had some that was so hot that he wanted to cry. My wife can cook too. She's a darn good cook. Let me clean this out first, guys, and then I'll... I don't know if any of y'all have messed... And I'm glad y'all said that, because I don't know, I guess the humidity's high tonight. I've never had the paint start setting up on me. I'd suck brand new airbrush and have it harden in the deal. Oh, the jalapeno poppers, you can't, man, they're to die for. Take sour cream, bacon, jalapenos. thinking some of this, that last batch I put in there, the red, it's been around for a while. I'm kind of thinking it was starting to set up. Oh, I get told all the time, especially with my acid reflux, that people can't believe how many jalapenos, you know, everything I eat's hot. Jalapenos, I just love the heck out of them. I like cooking on the grill too. I make a killer steak too. And ribs. Of course, my ribs, I got to use either Jack Daniels or Evan Williams in my ribs. I let them soak in that. And then I'll take either Coke or root beer and put them in the pot and just let them sit there for a little while. And then I got a special stuff that I put in with it, and I'll put them in the crock pot for a little while, let them get all nice and tender, and then if you want to put them on the grill or on the stove, you can do either. Yes, I've done beer can chicken, I've done beer can turkey. Usually I do the turkeys for Thanksgiving. Try the root beer chicken sometime in that same deal, and do it for a turkey or something, and that root beer just, for some reason, it goes into that turkey, and oh man, it's I like some fried foods, but I don't know, the turkey, my brother, and maybe he didn't do it right. He done it one year with the frying the turkey up and that, and it just seemed too greasy to me. I don't know if maybe he wasn't doing it right or what, but I didn't care for it. But yeah, see, that's what somebody else told me that I needed to try his. A friend, he said your brother-in-law either didn't leave it in there long enough, or he said it shouldn't have been greasy. You have a perfected ribs. Do you have your wife have a crock pot? I usually will leave them in a crock pot for about 8 hours and just turn it on low and let it, you know, like I said, Jack and Coke works really good. They are delicious. And then I'll take a little bit of honey, local honey, not your store-bought honey. I've got a friend that has his own bees, and I'll put a squirt or two, or I should say a lot of squirts of honey in with it, and man, them ribs just melt off the bone. I would love to be, you know, a cook for, I'd thought about starting my own restaurant, because me and my wife both can cook. She makes some dang good food too. it's to die for, some of the stuff she. And she can take chicken, and I'm not a big chicken eater, unless it's Popeyes or something like that. But if you don't cook it right, I would just, I'm more of a fish type guy. And I love the heck out of, I've got a friend that is Cajun, and he come up and he had the big crawfish. This thing is not working for me. I like doing it off the computer where I can see. That sounds good. Like I said, I've done the beer turkey or stuff like that, but I've not done a fried turkey. And if y'all ever do get stencils, and a lot of people say, well, it sucks with the stencils, because I always use both sides, but you got to watch when you're using both sides, because you'll get this side all sticky in that, and you flip it over and use it. I'll try to lightly, because I never stick it to the area that I'm airbrushing, because this will stick to it and you'll screw things up. I know I got off track, but I thought I'd tell you that. And then a lot of times what I'll do too with the stencils is I get a container like this, and I'll put thinner in it, and I'll let it set overnight or let it set for a while. And then I don't know if y'all seen that sponge. I don't know where the heck it went. I'll take my sponge and lightly, because if not, you'll damage the stencil itself. Or you can take your sponge also and just wet it. That tastes good. Went right in my mouth, guys. Just take your sponge lightly, and you can get, it'll come back to fairly new. Sometimes I make my own stencils, yeah, like this. I'm going to probably trace this out, because I use this flame part a lot. I use it more probably than I do the skulls, and I'll trace it out and that, and then cut it out. And but yeah, you can get stencil material at Hobby Lobby. And what I like about it, it's a little bit thicker than some of the stuff you can buy. But in some instances, it's not always good that it's thicker. But and tonight I was just kind of messing around to see if I could maybe save that helmet. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and sand it and redo it. Yes, they're plastic. Like I said, you can get on Amazon or eBay or whatever, and if you'll watch, you can get them sometimes $14, $15, and it'll do anything you want it, you know, to start learning. That's the way I done it. And now I have some airbrushes that I've paid anywhere from $60 to $100 or more for them. Hopefully I won't lose you guys here. This room's woo. It's Miller time, guys. So how many are still here? Are you still here, fellers? All right, David. Thanks for stopping in. Sorry I was losing y'all in there, so I come out here. Had to turn my air on. I guess I got lost everybody but one. I understand it's Sunday night. And it's almost 10 o'clock. Excuse me. So who's left in here? Or do I just talk to myself? I can do that too. Dickie, how's it going? I was just kind of messing around with my airbrush tonight. I wished I'd have set it up a little bit different, been a little bit more prepared, but neighbor kids are out there playing with some Whistler bottle rockets, and every now and then I don't expect it and it scares the fire out of me. Sorry guys, I'm seeing who all was in here that didn't have blue wrenches. Trying to catch up. Five of you in here. That almost tastes as good as the Mountain Dew Whiteout, but I'm out of that, so I see that I'm once again. What's up, Auto Pro? I was in the paint room huffing paint there for a little while. I don't know, I keep buffering for some reason. I don't understand why. I'm sitting right on top of the router. Just been kind of playing with my new airbrushes. kind of got carried away. Got one more coming. My other ones were getting pretty old and used up. I've had them for quite a while, so. How you been doing? Y'all getting ready to go to Jade's big? Wished I was going to be there with y'all, but I'll be at the eye doctor with Mom. And man, is she having a hard time with eye drops and stuff. Me and my wife are having to help her out with it because she can't do it. Well, I'm down to 3 people now. I'm sure I bore the fire out of everybody. Dang, I'm sleepy. I haven't been sleeping very well here lately. You got rid of the Suburban? Oh, wow. Or you traded it for the Suburban. Traded the dually for the Suburban. I don't guess I ever seen the yeah, I've got a buddy that's got a dually extended cab, white, and it's slammed, and everybody and their dog wants it, and he paid cash for it, and you'll have to put it in one of your live streams. Let us see what it looks like. I had a guy that's got I'm talking, he lives in a high area. I mean, the what do they call it? The POA in it, in where he lives, I know is like $15,000 a year. And my wife was selling some stuff, and this little girl wanted this fish tank thing. It's just a bunch of plastic fish that float around, but they bought it. And her husband come, and we kind of hit it off. And I was showing him the Joker car and stuff, and he's buying him a Ferrari, and he wants me to do some stuff to it, believe it or not. And I'm like, wow. I told my wife I keep getting all these people with Hellcats and maybe that's where I should have started, was the high end and not worried about. But that's why I got into this, was to help the little guy that couldn't afford it. But you delivered it today. Wow. What's up, AO2? Have you not seen the Joker car? My 2014 Dodge Challenger. I've got it all done up as Joker, and I've rebadged it and put Joker edition on it, redone the seats inside, black and purple. Alright, well, thanks for stopping in, Auto Pro. I appreciate it. If you go back to a couple of my videos, I think I've done a couple where, and it was just like last week or so that I've kind of showed you guys. I don't remember which one it was. And show you. I don't know if I'd lose you all. For some reason in the evenings, just certain spots in my shop will show up, or I can keep the live stream going. I guess I could take that chance, but well, let me try to see if we can't go, and I'll see if I can't